Hello and welcome back to our next Ironman challenge. This time featuring the, well, one of the hardest mods that is currently available for Mountain Blade Warband, which is of course Prophesy of Pendor. Now we are going to be changing things up a little bit with our options here. As you can see, these are my current settings. I will, however, be changing campaign AI. Now, there's a really good reason why I'm going to change campaign AI, and there's no other reason for it other than the fact that I really just do not want enemy vassals to have an, well, basically unending supply of troops, and for them to be able to bring those troops out instantly again and again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lower that down to poor. Everything else is going to be staying exactly how it is right now, and we're going to be trying to not die. The rules of this challenge are, we can use anything at our disposal, we can spec anything, we can take any companions, we can use any weapons. The one thing that you cannot do, however, is die. And I know a lot of people in the previous Ironman challenge, by the way, if you'd like to see the previous Ironman challenge, I'd highly recommend it, featuring the native gameplay of Warband, then there is a link down in the description. Otherwise, there is something you ought to know. Yes, I know that in general, you're not going to be able to die in this game. You technically cannot die in this game because you are knocked unconscious, of course. But a number of people seemed a bit confused by the whole Iron Man thing. But anyway, it's basically just a self-imposed challenge, and hopefully you can understand that. Anyway, if you would like to play alongside me, there's also a link in the description to download the mod. Otherwise, let's get going. And as with the Iron Man challenge, in native, I will be adding a couple of helpful things onto the screen to further explain my choices as we go forward if I forget to do them myself in my, speech. And also if anything happens where I don't necessarily explain something correctly or in the way that I would want to, then you'll also see a further explanation of that. So what we're going to do here is we are going to select our gender. Now, okay, here's the thing. Gender, in my opinion, is not really going to make that much difference in any game of Warband, basically. The one thing that it will do is it will give a slight stat change. But the thing with that is that because we want to stay alive as much as possible, because we don't want to die from some random thrown weapon, cough cough, yes, because we don't want to die from that, we are going to be playing male, but I actually would be playing female if it worked with the, actually, you know what? I'm actually going to play female. I'm going to play a female here because there is a very specific thing that I want to do here. I want to create a looting maniac, and we are going to hopefully be able to do that. So, as far as I am aware, all of these different options, I mean, of course, they have all different stats associated with them, but what I'm going to be going with is a rough and mysterious figure. On the screen, you'll see exactly the stats that you'll gain for this. And then we will also be... yeah, it's pretty obvious that this is going to be a thieving/looting option, so we're going to select left, you defend for yourself. And then we have... Ooh, okay, I guess we'll go for Bard, because there's nothing else here, really. I don't really want engineering or trade could be actually pretty good. Trade might actually be pretty good, but I think Bard will probably give us slightly more in the stats that we want at the moment. So we'll go for Bard, and then, yeah, now this is, okay, so in Pendor, these options are very, very important. And, for example, the letter that changed your life forever, this can dramatically change the way that you play the game because some factions will just immediately hate you for no apparent reason. But yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, we're going to be selecting a series of unfortunate events. I was actually thinking that maybe we would go for there were too many enemies that seek to end your life. But I feel for the looting start that I really want to go for here. I feel like this is going to be better. I know that receiving a message that your father has died is also a very good choice to go for if you want to go for a more standard build, like a, heavy cavalry unit or something like that. But we're just going to go for this, and we are going to board the ship. And once again, as I mentioned previously, we will be playing with realistic saving. That is it. Realistic saving. Alright, so here we go. We have 7 in looting. I am actually going to be leaving it at 7, I believe. I could theoretically get 8 in looting if I wanted to, but that is going to require a huge amount of agility, and I don't really want to do that right now. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to increase our strength dramatically, going to increase our power strike and iron flesh, as well as our shield skill, because shield is going to be extremely important for us. And we are also then going to be leveling up our one-handed weapons, and we will be entering a name. And this is actually a name that I haven't used in a huge amount of time. So that is what we're going to be calling ourselves. If you do not know where this name is from, then there's also a link in the description to a playlist of 205 videos or something like that, where I played through the entirety of Pendor, and it was my first time playing it, basically. So if you'd like to check that out, then there is a link in the description. Otherwise, let's continue onward, and we can create our character here. So I'm going to just go for a couple of randomizers. There we go. I think that's probably going to be best. And we will be starting in the Ravenstone territory. Now, there's a very good reason why we're starting in Ravenstone territory. I am going to explain it as we go forward. But we're going to be doing something very different from what I have done beforehand. And we will be attempting to find the guy that sells us the potions. I think his name is Phineas, or something along those lines. Anyway, that guy is someone we definitely want to try and find as soon as possible. You will see as we go forward why we want to do that, especially for an Ironman challenge. I probably would not recommend doing this kind of action in the initial, if you are going to be doing something like a normal playthrough. If you're doing a normal playthrough, I probably would not recommend looking for Phineas or whatever his name is. Digit or something? That guy, oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, the point is that what we want to do is we want to go to Rain almost immediately. We want to go to Rain. I'm actually going to be taking a couple of Ravenstone recruits as well. And we might be partaking in a couple of tournaments as well, but that is something that we can't do at the moment because in this version of Pendor, you need a certain amount of renown to be able to join those. So that is obviously a bit of a shame, but nothing that I can really do anything about at the moment. So what we're going to do first, I see, as you can see there is a tournament, but you can see you don't have enough renown. That's really unfortunate. We're going to go into the tavern here. Leslie. Oh, Leslie already? Okay, yeah, Leslie, come and join me. Yeah, she's a free companion right there. That is pretty amazing. Okay, so she's not going to tell us anything. I literally have no money. That's why I can't ask these people anything, isn't it? Yeah, I have 5 dinars. All right, so I'm just going to sell all of this stuff. Actually, you know what? I will, you know what? I'm actually going to sell the crossbow. I'm not going to use the crossbow. And we'll sell the other stuff. 236 dinars. It is worth it. Just literally for the fact that we can then ask these guys for rumors and things, because we are certainly going to need to find the Red Brotherhood hideout. It's been a while, by the way, since I have played Pendor, so if I get anything a little bit wrong, then you'll know exactly why. But, oh yeah, I really need my horse. Oh, can I seriously not ride my horse in here? I have no idea which way to go in Rain when I don't start at the very beginning. I think it's this way. And I'm not used to seeing so much, you know, so much flora and fauna here, but there you go. Qualis gem, immediately, boom, there we go. Now we have to be very careful about this, by the way. We cannot run into enemies that easily. How much pathfinding? I've got 4 pathfinding. That's really fantastic. So we will be able to do pretty well here as long as I am not stupid. And I think I have a decent amount of spotting as well. I think I do. Yeah, 4 in spotting too. Wow, pretty crazy start right there. Yeah, so this start is definitely something that I very much like. and we will be attempting to find the guy. Where is he? Town thug, leave me alone, please. Okay, no, that guy doesn't have anything. And that guy's a book vendor, and this guy is a ransom broker as well. Is he going to attack me? You better not. You better not. No, I don't think he will. Alright, so it seems like there's no one around here. Phineas is nowhere to be seen in Ravenstone territory. I might be able to actually ask one of those travelers where he might be. Rain was already... Are you serious? Oh my, what? Duke Alexis has renounced his allegiance to the Kingdom of Ravenstone and joined the Kingdom of Sarlian and is now known as Baron Alexis, and he has taken Rain with him. What a... Wow, that is a crazy thing to happen almost immediately in this series. Wow, that is just... Wow, okay, I don't even know. That has left me kind of speechless. Okay, so hopefully we will be able to... Yeah, there we go. Phineas to Digit. Let's ask him where he is. He's at Says. Ah, yes, of course. Of course he is. Okay, you know what? I guess we're going to have to go down there because it is quite important that we get to speak to him. But I guess this will give me an opportunity to potentially die hugely. Bear in mind that the rules will stipulate that I cannot reach 0 HP. However, I am allowed to die, or quote-unquote die or get knocked unconscious in tournaments because, you know, you're using blunt weaponry or you're using, you know, training weapons in tournaments. And I am also allowed to surrender if the cause for it, basically. So if I am in a situation where I cannot possibly get away from an enemy in any way whatsoever, then I can surrender, become their prisoner, and then they will release me a little bit later on. So technically you're not dying. So you see what I mean? That's basically another little bit of a stipulation there. But everything else, if I ever get to 0 HP in this playthrough, that's it. That is me gone. So I have 1 life to do what I need to do here. Okay, so Says we need to continue going down. Oh, brigands. I actually wouldn't mind fighting these guys. Hey, guys. Could you just leave me alone, Jatu? Oh, the Jatu are just like, oh, yes, I would like to very much murder that person. And I have a loot as a shield. I mean, can you say no to a loot? Yeah. Well, anyway, it's been a while since I have played Pendor, so this is definitely going to be a potential rude awakening. We'll see. Oh, nice damage already. Very nice indeed. Now, bear in mind that because we have 7 in looting, we are going to have much higher quality loot at our disposal, which is going to be really fantastic for the early game. This also, if I want to, does make raiding villages much, much quicker and easier, but I will probably not be doing that for the most part because we want to try and make sure that we have as much, well, of everything as possible. So we need as much, everything. Honor, renown, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's just take this, and I think we're actually just going to take everything. I have quite a bit of inventory management as well, so I should be able to sustain taking all of this. And we will continue to run away. I have 4 in pathfinding, as I've said, and that is just so incredible for early game. So we will be continuing to go down. Now, I am taking suggestions as to which faction we are going to be joining. However, I will not be joining Sarlian. Sarlian's the only faction that I will not be joining because I did that in my previous series of Pendor, and well, I would prefer not to play with them again. But we are going to be taking note of which lords are what kind of personality. As I talked about in my previous Ironman challenge, vassals and indeed lords with good personalities are paramount to being successful in these kinds of challenges and indeed when you become king. So we will try our very best to try and find something like that. There's Ashton. We might want to, might want to ask him about some things. Okay, so he's not going to give us anything there. All right, so well, just continue to sell. I'm going to give this to Leslie, I think, And we can sell everything else apart from the sword. We could probably actually give... yeah, we can give her this shield if she has shield 1. I don't know whether she has shield 1. She might want to use these boots as well. I mean, if she's going to be joining us, she might as well join us wholeheartedly, you know. So we don't want to give her terrible gear or anything like that. Alright, so that's absolutely fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Leslie. She is technically a pretty good companion to have, but I am not entirely sure which companions I will be taking just yet. So do bear that in mind. I still have yet to kind of construct what kind of companions I want to have eventually. But, of course, there's just the standards, you know. There's the standards of Sir Jocelyn, Sir Roland, Lethal Diran, you know, all those guys. They're really, really good to take. But I'm not entirely sure which ones I'll be going for. So we're just going to spec into surgery with Leslie here. And I don't know why I gave her two-handed weapon proficiency, but that's okay. She does not have any shield skill either. And she can't even use this? Yeah, I should have spec'd into strength, shouldn't I? Probably should have spec'd into strength. Oh well, never mind. She's going to level up relatively quickly anyway when we are doing fights. So let's just get some more Ravenstone Militia right there. We've got a decent amount of cash already, not even that bad. And once we have spoken to Phineas, which I very much hope is going to be soon. Oh, hello. Thieves. Thieves, come back here. Yes, I would like to very much fight you, thieves. Okay, so generally, I think we should be fine tackling these first initial enemies, but bear in mind, I am wearing extremely light armor right now. This armor is so light that I could probably be killed almost instantaneously if I get hit by any projectile whatsoever. So this is indeed a bit problematic. It is also a bit problematic that this guy is absolutely murdering all of my people. Yeah, I might need to retreat here. I don't even know. We might need to retreat. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so far, my recruits are doing okay. Just don't die, recruits. Just don't die. I need you to survive and level up as best you can. Okay, let's just try and murder him a little bit. Oh, that recruit is... that militia is an absolute beast. I was just about to say that recruit, but no, it's actually a militia. Oh, yeah. All of our militia seem to be doing a pretty decent job, and I believe that is indeed it. My horse did take quite a bit of damage, but that is to be expected. No, don't shoot my horse. Don't shoot my horse. Thank you very much. Maybe we can take him down. Yeah. Oh, careful. He's got a maul. He's got a maul. He's going to use it. Now, this is exactly the problem with these guys. They're going to try and be really careful. There we go. Took him down. All right. That's fantastic. Okay, so how many did we lose? 1. We only lost 1. I think that might be due to Leslie's new surgery skill. It might be. Anyway, we were able to win that battle, and this is exactly the reason why you want to go into these kinds of battles initially, because you can then get all of this loot, which is exactly what you want to take. It's really fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to be taking all this. Now, here's the thing. Look at this mace right here. This mace is a fantastic weapon initially for the early game as well, if you have a decent amount of prisoner management, which I think I have a pretty decent amount as well. So we will hopefully be able to use it. Let's have a look-see. How much? Yeah, I've got 3 in prisoner management right now. Going to continue speccing into strength, of course. And otherwise, is there anything else I really want to get? Tracking is actually kind of useful right here, because as you can see, each 3 points reduce food consumption by 15%. But I will not be taking tracking and hunting with my main character because it is a party skill. So there's not really any necessity for that. Otherwise, we are probably going to be taking riding skill. I have an insane amount of agility at the moment, so riding skill is going to be pretty easy to level up. Otherwise, what we're going to be doing is leveling up shield once again. I'm going full on with shield right here, because shield is going to be super, super powerful for us as we go forward. I'm also going to spec into some archery, and who knows, maybe we will use a gun, actually. You might be able to use a gun in Pendor now. I think that has been changed, because I think beforehand you weren't able to. So we'll see how it goes. But otherwise, I am going to very quickly, hopefully get into Cez here and be able to sell all my loot. This is really risky, by the way, coming down here so incredibly early on because of so many snake cult enemies and patrols and all kinds of things. Every single action I'm taking right here has the potential to end the run. And that's the point. That's the reason why this is intense and pretty tense in itself for the most part. So otherwise, I'm just going to take some fish. And hopefully he is still here, because if he is not here anymore, I'm going to be very annoyed. Is he still here? What do you bet he's gone? I think he's actually gone. Anson is here, and I think he's free, isn't he? Yeah, he's also free, so he's going to be joining us too. I don't know whether he has anything that we really want, but we'll just continue asking for rumors. The bard is here. We could potentially try and learn a poem or two, because we, as a female character, could marry a lord, and that would make things a little bit easier. 5, we can only hire 2 of these guys for 1,000. They are adventurers, though. This might make sense, so I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, we've still got 440 dinars remaining, so that's pretty good. And I still don't have any idea where Phineas is, which I got to say is absolutely awful. Okay, so Anson actually does have surgery, engineering, wound treatment, and first aid, which is just insane for him. And I'm going to give him, okay, nothing apparently. Going to give him that sword at the very least. Let's have a look at his skills. Yeah, so his skills are really, really good for a medic of some kind. I did use Anson previously in my prior Prophecy of Pendor series, and he was really good as a medic. But as it stands, yeah, I can't do anything right now. Phineas, why? Why did you leave, Phineas? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to speak to this guy. And even with the dust of the march upon your clothes and gear, I can see that you're not lacking in the graces. That's actually pretty nice of you, I suppose. Okay, so this guy is an assassin. I'll hunt him down and execute the law, I suppose. And where do we need to go? Okay, Dirigzine. Where's that? Oh my, that's actually really far away, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, there it is. It's actually not even that. It's not that far, but he's all the way over here, so it's kind of annoying. But I guess we'll just pass by a couple of other villages, try and recruit as many units as we can. We could have even... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, we could have even taken on that snake cult band over there, but no, we've just still got just recruits, you know, don't get ahead of ourselves. We're not yet that powerful. You notice I said yet. Yes. Alright, well, continue onward. Hello there. Okay, we've got some people attempting to... Oh, wow, that is a heretic invoker right there. Okay, I'm hopeful that I'm faster. Yeah, I am faster. Just about, however. Just about. That's actually kind of scary. Okay, I'm going to go into Ethos because these guys might actually try and corner us. And that would not be nice. That would not be nice at all. Thank you very much, Ensign, for telling me about this town. And I did not want to go into the arena. I wanted to go into the tavern. Okay, so Sir Jocelyn is still here. I'm actually kind of surprised that Phineas is no longer here. So, yeah, now I don't have 50 dinars to ask him. That is hilarious. All right. So now we do have enough. So I should be able to speak to him and ask him where Phineas is. Really? Yeah, Phineas. Why do you do this to me, Phineas? What a bastard. That's all I can say, really. What a bastard. Okay, well, whatever the case, we can potentially get 500 from taking out the fellow here, but we are going to need to wait until daytime, and we've got to be careful about these heretics, because they could be really dangerous for us at this point. And yeah, okay, we've got 98 dinars only. Okay, so let's go into the village, and hopefully we'll be able to find the nervous man. Hopefully I'll be able to even kill him, because he might actually be too difficult for me, but we'll see. I think it's here. Isn't that him? Yes. Okay, so he doesn't seem to have good good gear or anything like that. So I should be able to defeat him easily. There we go, easily enough. Not too bad. Okay, so now I can very easily hand in the mission. Alright, so we're here at Lord Gallus once again, and we're going to say that we did this. And now here's the thing. Generally, what I would say is do not take the money. Do not take the money here, because honor is going to be so much more important, especially in Pendor, with the custom knighthood orders later on down the line. But as it stands, I don't have enough money to be able to do the most basic things right now, so I'm going to be taking the money in this case. We are also going to be gaining some experience, which is pretty good, and a little bit of relation. We have now come to Rella Keep, because I need to speak to this guy and take the letter that Lord Gallus gave me. And there we go. That's going to give us a little bit of experience, a little bit of money. But the main thing that you have to think about here is, of course, relation. Relation is extremely important. And I'm actually wondering whether... yes. Oh, fantastic. That is really, really cool. So this is a feature, as far as I'm aware, of Pendor only. This is not going to be a thing that you can see in native Warband. But look at this. You can actually see each lord's reputation. Good-natured is one of the best reputations or personality types that you can have. And that is going to be very, very important. As you can see, look at this, another good-natured one. Pitiless, that is a bad personality. Sadistic, bad personality. Sadistic, once again. Cunning now, okay, so cunning is actually not bad. It's just kind of on the cusp of being bad. Alright, so we've actually come across a band of brigands, and we're going to try and attack them, because even if you're going to be fighting these small bandit parties with such an insane amount of looting skill, which is what we currently have, we will be pretty good. We'll be pretty good to get a lot of money this way. Unfortunately, the brigands do come with ranged weapons, and they are making things a bit difficult for us. So we'll see what I can do here. I'm actually partially thinking I'm going to die every single time I run through here, to be honest. We're going to try and use a blunt weapon against some of these guys so we can take them prisoner, because I do have prisoner management for a reason. So we'll try and do that. Hopefully none of my adventurers will get themselves killed in the meantime, because that would be bad. That would be very bad indeed. Okay, so there's another one renown, but we are able to take even more loot, which is nice. Look at this. This loot is not even bad. It's just, well, kind of bad. But you're going to need to take a lot of it to make a good profit. And thankfully we have a good amount of inventory management. And as you can see, there's some more brigands right there. Alright, so we're just next to Marlians right now, as I seem to remember that this is a really good place to go to fight regular bandits like brigands and highwaymen and things like that. So it's a really good place to go for that. But not much more, so, you're going to need to be a bit careful as well, because heretics can be very close by in the area. So otherwise, we're just going to sell all of this. There we go, another 620. That's actually really nice. I like that. And I think I might want to buy a shield relatively soon. And these are pretty cheap. I mean, not this one specifically, but maybe something like the kite shield. It's only 328. And it's got a pretty decent... I mean, the loot has a massive size, which is exactly why you would want it, because it's going to protect you really, really nicely. Huskarl's round shield, also pretty good. I'm actually going to take this. The Huskarl's round shield looks really good, in actual fact, so we're just going to take that. And we'll check the tavern, because who knows whether Phineas has changed his location again. Knowing him, he's probably going to do that. Okay, so this time around, I'm not going to be going through Jatu lands, because we are moving with a slightly larger team now, and I don't think that's going to really be that advantageous. And again, as I did with the previous Ironman challenge, I will be leveling up my Iron Flesh over my Power Strike, at least for the moment. And we will be continuing onward. I have to be very careful here, especially at night. Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, gotta be careful. Yeah, especially at night, because my spotting skill, while it is decent, it is not good enough to be able to see super far in the nighttime. So we've got to be a bit careful about that. Otherwise, let's go into the tavern here. Who knows whether he's going to be here. He might. Young Ravenstone nobles. Yeah, now I've got to be a bit careful about taking taking companions because they are quite expensive, most of them. 2,000, yeah, I'm not going to be able to take her. And I think Boadis is actually 5 or 6,000, so I'm probably not going to be able to take her either. I do also need to start sending off my companions to spread out for right to rule, and that's definitely something that I will do probably just now. So let's send off Leslie to do that. I'd like to ask you something, Queen of this land, and there we go. Because we already have Anson, who is going to be doing most of our party skills, like medic skills and so on. So we don't really need to worry about Leslie going off right now. Okay, so more heretics. I might want to focus on taking on some Mist Mountain bandits, but I think I'm going to need a much larger party to be able to do that. Thankfully, we do start with a little bit of leadership, so we have 54 in company capacity, and that is going to make a big difference. But I do need to be very careful about what I encounter. You know, it's very, very tense. Every single battle, very intense. Okay, so Phineas, are you here? Are you here, Phineas? I don't see him. Did he literally move again? Okay, I can sell all my prisoners here as well. That's 112. That's really not that much, unfortunately. Is he upstairs? I don't think the doors are open up here. No, they're not. Are you serious, Phineas? I don't know what he's doing. He's being an absolute imbecile for me. Oh well, never mind. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Baron Alexis is fighting an Empire caravan. That is so hilarious how there's a Salian vassal just running around Ravenstone territory, literally just because he defected almost immediately. Kind of surprising. Wow, pretty crazy. I'm actually going to speak to him. I think I might like to speak to him because I would like to see... He is a bad-tempered lord. Yes, bad-tempered. I wouldn't be surprised if he is actually a faction hopper. And that's going to be pretty harsh to deal with for whoever... Well, for Salian, I guess, because he's probably going to leave Salian relatively soon, as it is. Okay, so here's a traveler. I can actually ask where Phineas is now. Is currently at a hidden outpost far from here. Wouldn't you just... You couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't write it. This guy is being an absolute idiot for me right here. Oh well, never mind. Guess that will be the end of this episode, but we'll have to see what I'm going to be doing with the Qualis Gem in the next episode. I think you can kind of guess if you've already played Pendor. Anyway, let me know how you like this particular Ironman challenge. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.